There's an ender creeper in our house. I scared it away with my bow and arrow, and it is nowhere to be seen again. So let's go back to our smeltery. Our alumite dust has already been smelted. Now we just need to pour it out into an ingot cast. And here we go. We got our alumite ingot. After we got our ingot, we can make a tool forge, which actually needs 2 large alumite plates, which means we need more alumite. So let's put that task aside for now. And I went back up, took my tent leather, and make myself a backpack that I can carry my stuff around with, increasing my inventory storage slots. Since 1 large plate requires 8 ingots, I made more alumite dust and also put the ingots we got back into the smeltery. I did not waste time waiting for the smeltery. I went up and made a scoop, which is used to break beehives. I placed a chest down in the creeper hole, and I went to break 1 forest hive, which gave me 1 forest princess and 1 forest drone. This completes 1 more task. The next task is to make 3 untreated frames, which is very straightforward. And I went on to make a bee house, which is slightly more complicated, but still manageable. Now we've unlocked a lot more tasks in our forestry tab. Back to our smeltery. First, we need to make a large plate cast out of aluminium brass. After we got that, I made 2 alumite large plates, and I saw the tool station into half. Now we need seared stone, which is putting cobblestone inside the smeltery. However, I have used up my lava fuel, so I have to go get some lava and put it back here. I almost burned to death. But it is definitely worth it, because now we have got our piece of seared stone. I sawed it into half and made our tool forge. Let's get rid of the crafting table and place it here. And boom, tool forge. After all of these lonely times, Abuthok is finally back. What a great moment to put down our portal and go to the Nether. The portal spawned us inside a small cave. We explored around, and we found some small ores, including sphalerite ore and small sulfur ore. We also found a whole vein of nether quartz, of course. We attempted to dig through to open space, and I found a fire bat, which was an inferno, and also a hellhound. Of course, stealing glowstone is a must-do task from the Nether. Another light source is this glow flower. I located 2 sulfur veins with my ore finder wand and the small sulfur ore that we got before. However, getting to the ores is difficult because it is located below the level of lava. Also, I ran out of torches, so I have to reuse my old torches. Abuthok came up with this brilliant idea of using sand and gravel, and gravity would take out the lava, allowing him to get 4 stacks of sulfur from 1 sulfur vein. With these sulfur and sphalerite ores, I was able to complete 1 more task. Then I focused on making myself a lumber axe. I made the aluminium brass casts for each of the materials, used molten iron to make all of the components, and put them together using my tool forge. And now we have a new iron lumber axe. With our success in making the lumber axe, I also made a hammer. This is for mining in a 3x3 area. I originally wanted to make the 2 plates with steel and the center part with iron. However, after I placed it together, I found that the mining level is determined by the center part of the hammer. so I switched over to a steel hammerhead. This thing costed me a lot of steel. I hope it is worth it. I also finished a small task, which is making paper from sugar canes. At first, I put the sugar cane into the macerator hoping to get Chad. However, I got sugar, not what I want. So I followed the recipe and I put 3 of the sugar canes into a mortar and get Chad. Then I followed the recipe again to craft it with stone slabs and made paper. I chose Damascus steel ingot as my reward. Time to try out our lumber axe. On my first attempt, I released my finger too early and got mocked by the game. On my second attempt, I was blown away by a creeper. And on the third attempt, finally I chopped the whole tree down with one hit. That was around 1 stack of raw log. Very good. After messing around with the lumber axe, I now have a few stacks of logs. Our next important step is to make rubber. The raw material is sticky resin, which is generated from rubber trees that we have planted down already. So I took a tree tap, which was made by Elbufog, and I went out to get my first piece of sticky resin. The resin will regenerate on the tree as long as we give it enough time. So now we have a steady supply of resin. We need to put them into the extractor to get rubber dust. In the meantime, I bought some leather from the coins tab because I was fed up with killing cows outside. I wanted to make a hang glider. However, we are out of steel, so I need to wait for the steel production. Therefore, I went to search for other tasks, and I find this animal trap task, which looks fun. So I made it. But a trap without bait is useless, so the task guided me to make veggie bait. There are also fruit bait and grain bait. I put the animal trap across the river and put some veggie bait inside. Let's wait and see what happens. While I was messing around with these fun stuff, Elbufog was making a huge tank to store our creosote. This is to make sure our ovens can work non-stop. Enough time has passed, and now we have enough steel to make a hang glider. I can't wait to try it out. So let's go. We are heading towards this mountain here. I have to climb it all by myself. I thought I have reached the top. However, I found that the mountain is way taller than I thought it is. Now we are finally at the very top of the mountain. We are going to try to hang glide to that slime island there. Let's enjoy this moment in silence. The best part of the hang glider is that it will not wear out. Now we are on this slime island, we can get some slime balls, liquid slime buckets, and slime trees. The slime island was so fun that I spent half a day there. But now it's almost nighttime, and let's hang glide all the way back home. If you are enjoying this episode, remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Oh, and one more thing to show you. I can close up my hang glider and reopen it mid-air. It is like what you see in a stunt show. This is a perfect landing and a perfect ending for this episode. Say goodbye to everyone, Elbufog.